crutch. done, my champion. Your journey towards enlightenment has finally led you here to my realm, as I knew it would. Your progress in obtaining my Archma Infinium has been rapid. And now I find you here, following in my servant Miraak's footsteps. You also are Dragonborn. You also seek to learn how to bend the world to your will. All that he knows, he learned from me. I know what you want. To use your power as Dragonborn, to bend the world to your will. Here then is the knowledge you need, although you did not know you needed it. The second word of power. Use it to bend the wills of mortals to your purpose. But this is not enough. Miraak knows the final word of power. Without that, you cannot hope to surpass him. Miraak served me well, and he was rewarded. I can grant you the same power as he wields, but all knowledge has its price. Knowledge for knowledge. The Scar have withheld their secrets from me for many long years. The time has come for this knowledge to be added to my library. I know you will, and then I will give you the knowledge that you seek. Send the Skull Shaman to me. He holds the secrets that will be mine.
What happened? What did you see? Different people have very different experiences when reading these books. You're still acting surprisingly sane, too. What did he have to say? He must have wanted something from you. What secrets could they have worth keeping from old Mora? Sounds like a bargain to me. Hermaeus Mora learned some fascinating new ways to skin a hawker, and you become the second most powerful Dragonborn that ever lived. The ash from Great Mountain home.
Where'd you come from?
Miraak has commanded your day. Soon Miraak will return to resume his rightful power over Solstice. When Miraak returns, all will bow before him.
Good to have everyone not running off to that damn sacred stone every night. I suppose I have you to thank for that.
Get rid of the Reeklings, Kuvar.
I never said it would be, but either way, we have to try.
must be calm. I'm sure there's a good reason Baldur left us.
Something isn't right.
The other is much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need so many buildings? Be careful!
Have you put those thieving bandits to the sword? Your kindness warms my heart as sunlight warms the skin on a cold day. The Skull are once again in your debt, outsider. Oh, I doubt it. Dior has always been quick to worry. Go and speak to him if you like, but do not be surprised if you end up in a wild fox chase. It would not be the first time. Until our next meeting, outsider.
I came here to study the history of Solstheim. God who treat me the most.
I am in no mood to talk, outsider. One of the Skull has gone missing. It is Baldur Ironshaper. As our only smith, Baldur is very important to the village. I do not remember Baldur acting strangely. Although now that you ask, I did see something in the woods on the day he disappeared. I saw two elves in the far distance dragging something behind them. Hunters often visit our land, so I thought little of it. South and west. If your road takes you that way, perhaps you could search for any sign of Baldur. The Skull would be grateful.
My son and I... They're items to trade with travelers who visit the village. It's been many winters since my husband returned to the Olm. Mostly things from the village or the land around it. Have a look.
I've tried to interest the villagers in reading and history. I haven't had much luck. Well, let me think. I suppose it's been nearly a year now. My goodness, how the time has flown. Well, not so far. They think I'm a bit strange, but they seem to tolerate me. In fact, they've been very accommodating, hospitable even. They seem happy to talk about their traditions and history. Oh, no, most certainly not. I'm a historian. I'm here to learn about the history of Solstheim. Solstheim is a fascinating place, but we know so little about its past. There are many mysteries that remain unsolved. Yes, that was a most disturbing experience. But to answer your question, the architecture was strange, almost otherworldly. Given that, and the considerable power it must have taken to affect our minds so completely, it would suggest the work of a powerful mage. Either that, or perhaps a Daedra. If so, then may the Nine protect us. Powerful and malevolent entities who make their home on the plane of oblivion. Some of the more powerful among them can exert their influence within our world, and when they do, men inevitably suffer. Yes, of course. Goodbye.
So the dragons have returned. Well, the Skull have survived worse. Hermaeus Mora. Old Hermaeus Mora himself. So he is the source of Miraak's power. Of course. We have many tales of Hermaeus Mora trying to trick us into giving up our secrets to him. And now he comes again for what we have long kept from him. Ancient lore, handed down from shaman to shaman since the All-Maker. first gave source time to the skull. How to talk to the wind, how to listen to the earth. These are our secrets. Nothing of power or mastery. We know him as Hermaeus Mora, the demon of knowledge. It is in his nature to hoard secrets to himself. Their value to him is of no consequence. The very fact that the Skull have kept knowledge from him has merely increased his desire to have it. So it falls to me to be the one to give up the secrets to our ancient enemy. I do not know if I have the strength to face him. With Miraak's corruption of the stones, the oneness of the land is disrupted, and our connection to the All-Maker is broken. It may. It should. And I will think on what you ask of me to decide if it is necessary, or just another of Hermaeus Mora's tricks.
The elders talk of great sins much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need someone great?
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth? I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius's exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock. Counsellor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius. Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful. I'm sorry to bother you, but Second Counsellor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent. All he wanted me to do is track you down and send you to him. Look, this is important. Even more important than wiping out the Ash Spawn. Please, go speak to the Second Counsellor as soon as possible.
This is House Redrin.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
The mine's open, people are buying drinks, and I'm making money again. Just like old times. Have you seen the poor girl? She's a mess. Oh, she used to be richer than Counsellor Morvain, and she's spending it all drowning her sorrow. As much as I love making coin, I can't watch her do that anymore. I won't. I suppose you're right. If she wants to spend her life at the bottom of an ale mug, it's her choice. Tell her she's welcome back any time. There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujamma in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. But you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born, and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink!" and tosses the bottle, and it never hit the ground. Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, that netch was sick. True story, friend. True story. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Come back any time. My doors are always open.
You've brought Raven Rock back from the brink, Traveler.
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I guess I might stay a bit longer after all. You're making my buyer happy. Keep them coming. If you need any supplies, you know where to find me.
The mine's open. If you've got gold on your hands, you might talk to Rallis up at Colbjorn Barrow. I've heard he wants to excavate the place. Haven't heard anything lately, but check back with me. You never know. Safe travels, Outlander.
Absolutely. Here's your payment. If you...
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Welcome to the Retching Nets Corner Club, me lord. If you need anything...
You can go where you please, but I'd say stay... inside the bulwark.
I'm sorry. I've already said too much. Talk to second counsellor Miraak.
Thank you for coming. After everything you've already done for Raven Rock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Counsellor Morvayn being killed. The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Counsellor's head. It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Counsellor Morvayn himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions. It may be justified, but it certainly isn't appreciated. Counsellor Morvayn simply feels that I'm being paranoid. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead. And I don't want it to come to that. I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Raven Rock. Raven Rock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret. If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing. I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me. I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Raven Rock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Nets Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. I can't afford to make any mistakes. Don't worry. You can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
I can't believe you found a way to reopen the mines. I don't know how to thank you.
Don't pity me, and don't look at me like that. I know what I am. Well then, I suppose I'm off to do what I do best. Here, this was something I carried around in happier times. Maybe you can find a use for it. See you in the mines.
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I think I
see why now.
It's busier now that things are... Everything I've got on display, really. If you need any supplies, you know where to find them.
With the...
Yeah, so, what can I get you? Got everything from potions to pitchforks.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sue Jammer that will ever grace your lips. Well, well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he? Azura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now. No, I just think he's going about this the wrong way. Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you. There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for. What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redoran Guard made a move, the Ulins must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up. Safe travels, Outlander.
Can't believe I've been stuck here.
Excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Forgive my surprise. It's just that I wouldn't expect that sort of behavior from someone who isn't Dunmer. Since there aren't any Ulins left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead. What do you mean? I thought I was clear. I'm simply honoring a fellow departed Dunmer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to meditate a bit. Please, I don't wish to be disturbed while I'm meditating.
Squad, I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, Fred?
I hope Gelder's proved useful. Tell us who. Are you sure?
So Geldus's plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Counsellor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it. I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen. If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck. Be careful. If the Severins have betrayed...
What? Ever seen a veteran guard before?
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. Don't let it go to waste.
Stop hiding, coward.
I
I'll make
know
it
you're
quick.
in.
I promise.
I won't allow you to ruin years of planning.
I knew I heard something.
Following dog.
You lost?
You've brought Ravenrock.
Did you
back
find
from
it?
the brink,
Then we
Traveler.
finally
I
have
don't know
them.
how to thank you.
All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice. Good. I'm going to send 2 of the best Redoran Guard we have to take them down. I want you to assist them any way you can. See that you do. We can't afford to let these traitors slip away. Ashfallow citadels.
You think you have it bad? Try walking the bulwark at night.
I'm glad to see you're well. I don't like sending people off.
Head over to the retching edge if the ash has your throat parched.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I can give my men the rest they deserve. Well done, friend.